Good morning and welcome to A Moment of Hope with Upward Transitions. And we are really excited today to have our very own CEO, Periann Pulliam, with us today. Let me bring her on. Hi, Periann.
Good morning, Carla.
We're so glad to have you today. We like to catch up with you every now and then, and we do have a variety of different guests from other nonprofits on A Moment of Hope, but we like to hear from our own CEO too and find out what's going on at Upward Transitions. So just want to ask you to share with us what's been happening and maybe an overview of Upward Transitions, just to let people know what we do and what's been going on.
Well, thank you, Carla. I'm so happy to be here, and I love watching our Moment of Hope and hearing other agencies and how we work together, because it's very important in our community. This past year, the past 18 months, as with most of the community, has been incredibly challenging for our organization, but we have been here on the front lines assisting the community through the COVID crisis. We started in March and April of 2020 with COVID relief by providing rent and utility assistance to about 250 families to avoid eviction. We knew that that was going to become an issue very early on, and of course we'll talk about it a little bit later during our conversation today, but it's become a more serious issue than we anticipated at that time. Last year we also learned to do a lot of different things in a different way. We served our clients more in a remote manner so that they didn't have to leave their homes or leave the shelters they were in to come to our office. We learned to work remotely via telephone and email and text and instant messenger and Facebook timing with each other, making it easier for clients to connect with us with services. And of course, we spent a good portion of November and December providing ice storm relief for those impacted here in the Oklahoma City area. We provided hotel stays, we provided food assistance and gas vouchers, and also did some help paid for some electric repairs to homes who had lost their power, and that was incredibly rewarding. Last year we helped about 5,500 individuals in around 2,700 households, and about half of those individuals were ice storm victims. So we did a lot of work in a short period of time for that relief. And that fits in with our mission, which is to prevent generational poverty in Oklahoma County through community collaboration. That's a really important part of what we do. Emergency relief, obviously those things are all emergency relief. Empowerment, providing resources to the individuals so that not only do we help with the immediate need, but we provide them resources to improve their situation. And our overall goal is to provide hope so that they can have a better future and provide stable housing for those individuals. That's really what our year looked like last year, and we're so excited to be starting our new fiscal year as of July 1st. So we've got 1 month under our belt of our 2022 fiscal year, and we're excited about some of the new things coming online this year.
Yeah, and we just recently had kind of a soft kickoff for our annual campaign at Hideaway Pizza last Thursday evening at Celebrity Wait Night. So that's a wonderful partnership that we have with Hideaway Pizza, and tell us a little bit about that.
That is honestly one of the most fun things we get to do every year in relationship to working with our supporters and our donors. It only comes in second to the events we do with our clients. Those are the favorite times. But it's a real casual evening where local celebrities, and this year we had some OU and OSU former athletes. We had first responders from IMSA, Oklahoma City Fire Department, and the Oklahoma City Police Department, who came and volunteered their time to wait on tables and visit with our supporters to let them know the amazing work we're doing at Upward Transitions. And they collected tips and did an amazing job. They collected about $3,300 in tips. So we were so excited to have this partnership at Hideaway. It's a laid-back, fun night. We eat some amazing pizza, and it gives us the time to really sit down and visit with our supporters and tell our stories and share some of our success stories of our clients and what we've done in the past year.
And it was also our first in-person event since March of 2020, right?
Yes. Yes, so, lots of hugs.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, we missed a lot of people, and hadn't seen them in a long time. So it was great to get together with everyone. So tell us a little bit more about the annual campaign.
So the annual campaign is our primary fundraising campaign, which the money goes towards supporting our community outreach program and general operations. So that's when we connect with the public, businesses, and individuals to let them know what we're doing. It's going to start off by a nice letter that will be going in the mail either this week or early next week, sharing some of the things we've done in the past year and statistics such that I shared just a few minutes ago of the number of people we served and the types of things we did, and what a donation can do to help support our programs. We break it down to anywhere from $5 to $1,000, $10,000 of how that contribution can help. So we really encourage everyone to engage with our annual campaign. Now that will run through the end of August. It runs up to Labor Day. And then it will pick up a second part of that campaign will happen right after Thanksgiving, and we'll send out a postcard just as a reminder of our fundraising efforts. And as I mentioned, this does support our community outreach program, which is the direct services we offer to individuals who are homeless and families and seniors at risk of becoming homeless, where we're trying to prevent eviction for those people. So any amount helps contribute to our overall goal, and we appreciate everyone's support. It's always fun to connect again with our supporters and telling the stories of our clients.
Yeah, and speaking of evictions, which has been quite, it's been in the news a lot, even on a national level. The lifting of the moratorium on eviction happened over the weekend. So what do you expect that will happen, or what will unfold in our community here in Oklahoma City, you think?
Well, one of the things we've been watching is even though the moratorium has been on place, it's not that evictions haven't been happening. They have been happening. Just since March of 2020, we've had more than 14,000 evictions filed in Oklahoma County alone, and about 4,200 of those evictions have been granted. Now, people obviously get evicted for things other than non-payment of rent. And that's our main concern, is when people can't pay their rent and they're at risk of being evicted. A lot of people lost their jobs during the pandemic, or were unable to work because they had to stay home and care for children or a sick family member. So those are the people we're concerned about receiving eviction notices now. Many people are months and months behind on their rent and their utilities, and they're at risk. And we want to be there for them. We're prepared to help prevent eviction for those families and seniors that may get those notices in the next few weeks.
And so where can people go if they need help with their rent or utilities?
So Upward Transitions does provide some assistance. We post online on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. our online request for assistance, and we have a limited number of families that we can help. But the bulk of the money in our community is actually being administered by the Community Cares Partnership, and they have about $230 million that they are going to administer to help with rent and utilities. So people who honestly have months and months of back rent that needs to be paid, we encourage them to go to their website, and it's I'm going to have to look at it. It's okccommunitycares.org. This is a collaborative effort. I've been working on their advisory committee since day one, and they are helping thousands and thousands of families in our community get their rent caught up so that they can become restabilized. So I encourage, it does take some time to get through the process. So visit their website, fill out their application, and get your place in line to get this assistance. That's what it's there for. It's the emergency relief assistance, emergency rental assistance that came down through Congress, and we want to make sure it gets administered to all those people who need it to prevent eviction.
Yeah, so we encourage everybody to pass the word on where
Yes.
people can get assistance for the rent or utilities. So during this time, how do you view, or how are you seeing our nonprofit community collaborating during this past year?
Oh my gosh, it's really been amazing, and we do this on a regular basis. Is oftentimes we will receive requests for assistance, and possibly the request doesn't exactly meet the funding that we have available. All funding comes with strings, and we have rules and regulations we have to follow. So if we receive a request that we're not necessarily able to fulfill ourselves, we will reach out sometimes to a community partner such as Catholic Charities or Homeless Alliance or Neighborhood Services Organization or Community Action Agency who has funding that maybe work, and try to connect people with that. Also, sometimes we just don't have enough money. We have a limit of how much we can spend per individual. So we may reach out to those agencies to ask, can you pay part of it? And we'll pay part of it. We've often reached out to some of our supporters in the faith community to help with those things as well, because the funding sometimes is limited, and we just have to look for other people who can help us pool our money together to get people out of the situation they're in.
Yeah, I'd have to say, Oklahoma City is almost an exception in that regard. We do come together when our people are in need, and a shout out to the United Way of Central Oklahoma, who is a major funding source for a lot of our nonprofits here in our community in Oklahoma City. And we just appreciate, our donors, our fellow citizens that help support these programs. And we look forward to being able to meet the need that is going to grow. I mean, we have expected this, and we've positioned ourselves. We have the federal funds that are sitting there, plus the funding that we have, and in collaboration with other nonprofits in our community to help people. So let's say somebody wants to contribute to the Upward Transitions annual campaign, where can they do that?
The easiest thing to do is to go visit our website, which is upwardtransitions.org. There's a little button in the upper right-hand corner that says Donate Now. Click on that, and you can enter your credit card information and select to contribute to our annual campaign. And we certainly appreciate every penny.
Every penny. And any gift, large or small, helps us to prevent that homelessness number from growing. We help people who are homeless, and we also help prevent homelessness by keeping families and seniors in their homes. So very excited, and I'm passionate about this mission and happy to be here at Upward Transitions and working with Periann together. And we look forward to seeing everyone more in person. Hopefully, as the year continues, we'll get to see more of everybody and in person. And we just thank you, Periann, for being here today with us and taking some time to catch us up on what's going on. And we look forward to catching up later with you again. So we'll say farewell to everyone now, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much, Periann.
Thank you, Carla.
Mm-hmm.